Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again, another reaction for guys. We made it to the final episode of Ben 10. This is Ben 10 versus Negative 10 Part 2, of course, Season 4, Episode 13. It's been a crazy journey, it really has been. All the way back to the poll that I just randomly put Ben 10 on as a fifth option in regards to what's the next show to take over Sundays. And I really consider Ben 10 to be the wild card, because I've heard of Ben 10, but I honestly thought, even though some people were starting to recommend it in terms of a next show to watch, I didn't think Ben 10 had any chance of winning the poll. I put that poll pretty much immediately, all the way through that week or so. I think I kept it up for like a week long, going with that poll, kept promoting it and whatever. Ben 10 was winning the whole entire time. And now we're here with the final episode of Ben 10, before we get to the Secret of the Omnitrix, and I believe the first live-action film in regards to the continuity tie-in to the original Ben 10 series, before Alien Force. And I do plan on doing some other videos as well after getting through the Secret of the Omnitrix and the live-action film in regards to, like, because people have been asking if I was going to do, like, a tier list or ranking videos of Ben 10 seasons or characters or the heroes he can turn into. So I may look into that, may do some of that, because that'd be pretty interesting to do, and do a little bit more of a variety of content on the channel involving Ben 10. Now, in regards to this episode, so part 1 was crazy, and there's some people commenting saying they thought the Negative 10 was an interesting concept because essentially it's Ben's Sinister Six. Spider-Man has, of course, Sinister Six. It's like that in a sense where Ben 10, he has 10 aliens. 10, it's more than 10 now. But having 10 villains a part of this group, you know, going after Ben. Some people are commenting saying that they felt like the villain choices for the Negative 10 could have been better, and I don't disagree. However, I love the concept of it. I love the fact that Ben has to go up against so many villains uniting, which I've always said this. Heroes uniting makes sense. There is some conflict at times, but ultimately it can be resolved because heroes have a certain mindset. Villains are the complete opposite. Villain teams never really work. They may work to an extent, but how far is it really going to go? I'm expecting some betrayal in this two-parter, well, now with part 2, because part 1, we saw the buildup of the Negative 10. I feel like we're going to see some betrayals and everything, because these villains are not really going to work together. They're not really going to answer to the new Knight or whatever. I don't think they've not said his name in the show yet. But I just really don't, because we've already seen where, you know, one of them, a part of Zombozo's crew, he was already trying to turn. He got his ass handed to him, along with the rest of them, because, you know, he's a part of that crew, and so they all three got their asses handed to each other. So, yeah. So, I've been loving the show, as you guys know, and made the announcement of Alien Force. There's still people commenting saying, check out Alien Force. Did you miss the announcement? And it's okay. Not everybody, you know, obviously saw that video. But yes, I'm continuing with Alien Force. We're going to get through this episode. We're going to get through Secret of the Omnitrix. We're going to get through the first live action. I think it's the first live action film. And then we're going to get into Alien Force. Because from what I'm understanding, there's a secondary one that is tied into Alien Force somewhere or whatever. So, yeah. And then people have been asking real fast before we jump into this episode, because, you know, I have a lot to try to get off in terms of information, a lot of things to say, get off. It's fucking early in the morning. Is people been asking to see the, I can't even talk, Secret of the Omnitrix. Asking about how I'm splitting that up. HBO Max has it split up in 3 parts. I'm going to be watching it as 3 parts. I'm going to do it all in one sitting, but it's going to be 3 separate videos because it's more reaction can actually be included in it. Because if I literally watch it as a whole film and just cut it up and keep it all in one part, it's way less footage and way less of my reaction in the actual film itself. So you'll get way more reaction. That's why I'm splitting it as is. So that's why. And if you don't like that, apologies, but you get more of my reaction to the film. So I feel like that's more important at the end of the day, right? So anyways, let's get into it now. Let's check it out, see what they do here for Ben 10 versus Negative 10 Part 2, the final episode of Ben 10, the original series. Then we're jumping into Secret Omnitrix and all that and continuing the journey, but it's been a crazy ride so far with Ben 10. And it just kind of hit me this morning like, oh, this is the final episode of the original continuity before the film. It's kind of crazy. Here we go. Ben 10 versus the Negative 10. Part 2. Well, not the Negative 10. Anyways, Part 2. Let's go.
Animo, the Circus Freaks, Clancy, Subliminal, Rojo, Charmcaster?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Maybe he's their new leader.
Or maybe Enoch was never really in charge.
I mean, it seems that's what's happening. Oh. Lock it down. Lock it down. Oh, shit. Bees attack. He said not to do it.
Those guys.
Nobody likes a show-off ninja.
Here we go. Whoa. Ooh, what happened? Huh? Uh-oh. Oh, video footage, okay. Nice maneuver. Awesome, Ben. That was good. I love when he destroys them. That's so cool. Lightsaber? That's his protector, it seems. What are you gonna do now, Ben? Oh my god. Y'all just stood there.
It needs a push.
Gallius Disruptus.
Oh. Ooh.
Nothing will stop this little hope coming.
Okay.
Glad that's over.
For now.
sure it
For
is.
now. Calm down.
Nothing will stop. ID number 12906.
Who's that?
The Forever King is an ex-plumber.
Forever
When I
King?
was still a rookie, was caught stealing high technology from alien perps, then using it for
Oh.
his own benefit. It's obvious Driscoll worked his way up through the Forever Knights until he became their leader.
Yeah.
So that's what the
Okay.
bad guys knew about
Did
the
we say
satellite
Forever King
plumber
before?
complexes.
Anyways.
It's only
Find a
matter
way
of
in.
time.
Oh shit. Okay. Alright.
How did you open that entrance hatch without even laying a finger on it?
Sometimes if I
Something.
concentrate real hard, I can.
Good test.
It's this
It's kind of like
alien tech
teasing
which
the
amplifies
future,
your own
maybe.
Natural ability. I want to double check the sub-energy security field.
Okay.
Too bad the Forever King now has the keys to shut it off.
Oh, is it hidden? Oh,
The
okay.
force field is just a cloaking device.
That dinky thing is the sub-energy?
I know it doesn't look like much.
It's a
but
lot,
the
it
material
seems.
in that container.
Quit copying me!
You're the one copying me.
What are they doing?
Winner gets your extra ticket.
That's not important right now.
What is it?
Uh-oh. Oh, shit.
The doctor is in!
The doctor is in. Okay. Interesting choice. Hug it out.
You're gonna need to...
They're slow, but let's see what happens. Ooh.
Move it, slow.
Yeah, come on, let's go. Oh, Ben. Blowing the bridge. Smart.
Why did those security drones go bananas and attack us?
I think he
don't
knew.
know.
So he had them set, or he has some sort of
Must
machine
obey.
or something.
Attack.
Ooh.
Subliminal must have gotten to
Yep.
Cooper during the fight outside.
To pull the plug on Cooper before that exosuit makes a winter coat out
Gonna
of
kill
Ben.
Cooper? Ooh. Just close him up.
No matter what happens to us.
Learns the magic. Oh, I like that. Is that a new alien? Who's that? What? Who is that? Who is that? That shot. Ooh. Let's go. Let's do this. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh shit, I love this. Oh no, oh no.
But where are my manners? Have you met my colleague?
Yeah, who is that? Ooh. Not fair, not fair. Watch out. Oh, redirect it. It's like a bat, electrical, I have no idea. What the hell?
Insect on ice.
Oh shit, like Iron Man. Ooh. Bad timing. What the hell? Who did that? Oh, okay,
Just
nice.
like I thought.
Fuck. No, no, no.
The sub-energy is too unstable.
Yeah, destroy everything.
That's what the plumbers said about me when they kicked me out.
Enemo's next in charge.
Next in charge.
Charmcaster is
I
the
mean,
one with
yeah.
all the potential.
Get real.
I knew it. I knew they're gonna turn on each other. Oh! Ooh!
You have been a thorn in my side.
What's going on? Oh. Oh, he's fusing with it.
We should be smashing them.
Smashing. Well, I mean... Oh! In the shield. Smart. Smart. Ooh! Up check. Okay.
Even the Omnitrix cannot save you.
Eat all of them. Exactly. He's eating rocks. Ooh. Oh. Oh my god. Holy crap. Whoa. Tornado. He's fine. Wow. That was insane.
He's gone.
For now.
Okay, so he's
Hey,
still around.
Grandpa.
He just... Oh my god. I kind of figured something would happen like that. Wow.
There are no tickets at all.
Oh, wow. He's laughing.
I figured you guys wouldn't even talk to me.
What an episode. What a way to end this two-parter. The only thing that I wish they would have handled a little bit better was the actual ending of the episode. But as you guys were kind of mentioning in regards to like the episode order, whatever, Goodbye and Good Riddance, which was the episode I watched before the two-parter, was supposed to be the actual last episode or something, or it was the last episode that aired. I'm not really sure how the airing order went. But regardless, I kind of see why, even though that Goodbye Good Riddance is like a what-if type scenario thing, like it's a timeline that isn't a part of this, like it's technically not the same timeline. Anyways, so this is one thing, but everything else, wow. Just endless action, some interesting turning points, a reveal of who the Forever King, which I'm trying to think, did they actually say his name before that moment, before, you know, I'm saying Ben, before Max, like, reveals who it is in terms of, like, trying to get a voice match? So, I don't think they did. Maybe they did say Forever King somewhere. It's just not clicking in my head. Maybe it did say somewhere. It's early in the morning, so apologies if I am misremembering them saying the Forever King, but they pretty much put it together. Who's that guy up there with the cape and the horns and everything? Maybe Enoch, maybe the guy we've been kind of, you know, dealing with in regards to the Knights or whatever, maybe he never truly was the leader, and it turns out, no, he was this guy who was a plumber, which makes a lot of sense, because when we first get introduced to these Knights and everything, and it was season 1, of course they were tracking down the Omnitrix and all this kind of stuff, they had that whole room that had all these alien artifacts. It makes sense that they're somehow tied into the plumbers, because literally the plumbers are the ones that were dealing with all the aliens and shit, and they said that the guy who is now the Forever King, this former plumber, was taking alien tech for himself. Like, he was, like, not, I guess, archiving it or taking it into his actual job. He was keeping it for himself, and then they, you know, maybe they should have arrested him or something. I'm not sure how that would have worked, but I think they should have done something else besides just kicking him to the curb, because clearly he is a major danger, because he literally joined and became the Forever King. He was the top of the food chain in terms of that, and he brings forth all these villains that Ben has faced throughout the years of Ben 10 in regards to the show, and brings them all together. And as I suspected, there was a turning point. However, it wasn't what I was expecting the turning point to be, because I thought during the process of trying to get this, you know, this energy that's very, very volatile, and it's like 20 times more powerful than the sun or something like that, like it's insane amount of energy in this ball, this tiny little thing. But I was expecting in the process of getting to that, we were going to see betrayal and backstabbing and all that. No, we actually didn't. We actually saw where they turned on each other because Ben, Max, and Gwen said, well, I mean, it's obvious Dr. Animo is the second in charge after the Forever King, and I'm a Charmcaster. she has the potential, and like, what are you talking about? Like, what about me? What about me? What about me? It's like, so, at that point, I was like, okay, this is where the betrayal, like, they all like, what do you mean I'm not in charge? Like, I'm clearly the one in charge here after him. Like, so they started fighting each other. We didn't see a lot of it, but it was funny that they were like, well, I mean, I guess we'll take you guys on, but I mean, who really is in charge here? That was pretty good. Let's talk about the new alien Ben turned into in this episode. There was no name that I heard. Interesting voice. The design of it was like a man-bat, like from Batman, with all these eyes, and he can shoot lasers and electricity, or like a bunch of stuff going on. And I'm like, who the hell is this alien? Who is this? Because I like the design, I like the power set. Who is it? I have no idea. I don't know. And maybe this is a secret of the Omnitrix, some sort of reveal or something, because there have been people commenting saying, well, you should have watched Secret Omnitrix before, because of certain things. Oh, it's like, I've been told by pretty much everybody, the movie is last. But maybe that's something that ties into the movie. I don't know, because I don't know when in the timeline the Secret of the Omnitrix takes place in regards to the show. I don't know. So maybe there's some sort of reveal there or something, because I don't know who the fuck this alien is. I mean, Ben was told about, and Gwen as well, that we have to do whatever possible to stop the Forever Knight, or Forever King, whatever, to stop from the device being taken. We have to stop it. So, I'm like, did Ben like go into the Omnitrix and was like, ooh, look at this alien, boom. I had no idea. Don't know if he'd ever used before. All I know is that he was kicking ass, taking names with it. Freaking awesome. Freaking badass. So, I felt more and more as the episode was going on, because as I was saying in the intro, there's people commenting for part one, saying the villain roster could have been better for -10. The more the episode went on, I felt that it actually was a good balance of stronger villains and villains that are kind of on the weaker side, but it was a better balance, because we're talking about all these villains going up against Ben, and a lot of them going up against Gwen for the first time in a sense, especially now with her powers. We'll get to that Charmcaster little fight in a minute with Gwen. But it's more balanced, because if it was all of the heavy hitters, like the most powerful villains he's ever faced in the -10, they would not have, there's no chance of winning. There isn't. It's just impossible. But that's just my, 2 cents on that, because I honestly don't know. Maybe Ben would have wiped the floor with all of them, with Max helping and Gwen helping, of course. So maybe it would have still, ended up being the way it did. But it feels like, to me, if you didn't have the lower tiered villains in the mix, this might not have had the outcome that it ended up being. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe it would have been too much, too ridiculous. And maybe also too, maybe the team was picked because of the fact that, well, none of these people can actually take over the position of me running this shit, getting to this point of taking, this new energy. So maybe that was the whole point, not to get too many overpowered villains. So maybe it was all planned like that. Maybe that was the whole mindset behind it. I don't know. Just kind of trying to figure out why. I think that's why. But yeah, I think it was definitely a solid choice for these villains. I maybe there's a better pick out there for sure in regards to putting together a -10, but yeah. So, Charmcaster and Gwen. I was waiting for this fight for quite some time, and especially in part 1 when they established they were going to do it. Now, they fought a little bit in part 1, but this was truly the rematch in a sense, and it was badass. And it goes to show that Gwen can go toe-to-toe with Charmcaster in spells. She can, because she was holding her own without, really getting any assist in a sense. And Charmcaster's the one who walked away. I felt like she would, I don't know for a fact, but I think Charmcaster would have lost that fight. I feel like Gwen has more dedication to actually going the route of doing magic than Charmcaster at this point. Because I feel like Charmcaster may have been more dedicated back when we first got introduced to her, and the whole big reveal, betraying her uncle, betraying, of course, the group and everything. Because she tricked Gwen, Max, and Ben right, in that first episode. I think it was the first episode she introduced to. Yes, first episode. So I feel like Gwen is hardcore getting into learning from the book, and she was even looking through the book and everything. She was preparing herself for like a test, right? Studying, and she kicked ass. She kicked ass. And I think too, with Max using those like robotics and everything inside the building and using the robotic arms and stuff like that, I felt like that was kind of hinting at like the future where he ends up being part robotic because of his body, I guess, starting to shut down. So he needs robotics, especially with the Ken 10 episode. His whole arm is a robot arm. You know, that was kind of interesting. Or was it this arm? Anyways, you get what I'm saying. So I feel like maybe that was kind of a hint that he's going to start implementing that into his actual body. I think even in Ben 10,000, he had a robotic arm as well. But I don't think to the fullest extent of the Ken 10 episode. So yeah. So I felt like that was kind of a hint at that's kind of the direction that Grandpa Max is going to end up going, I think, in regards to the robotics and everything. So Cooper. Let's talk about Cooper. I definitely want to get to the red, like, armor-plated guy. No idea who that is. I want to get to him in a minute. But Cooper. I felt like his addition to this two-parter, I'm kind of mixed on it. I feel like the character didn't really bring anything significant to the story besides being able to like kind of talk with tech or talk with robotics or something. And that's of course how he was able to technically betray them in a sense when creating those like, you know, sentinels or creating those, you know, I forget what the wording they used for those giant robots that they had fixed up or whatever. But of course he was manipulated, he was controlled to go after Ben. And so technically he was, you know, working actually against them until they like put the visor, like kind of like Cyclops visor, turn up the volume like crazy to where his mind is completely gone. And then they just hit him away. And he lied about the tickets, and of course they were talking and trying to treat him all nice and shit because of these tickets that they wanted an extra ticket to go. It was like a movie premiere or something. Anyways, so yeah, so I felt like the character, I guess he was okay to add in, but I kind of, you know, I would have been fine if it was just them three as is. But hey, you know, I guess they wanted to introduce, I guess, another character in this world and his side of expertise. I mean, literally, he was more helpful, I think, in part one. Part two, they tried to go that route. He was still helpful, but he also being betrayal because it's in the forest. But yeah, something happened to him. He clearly was hit by something, and we found out, you know, why, you know, what was going on. So the red armored guy that was, you know, around pretty much all of part one and part two. And of course, he was the one who helped turn the key, one of the keys or whatever, to get the device. It's cool. It's like a ninja, right? It's cool. It's badass. Who was he? I guess it wasn't important who he was. I was thinking like, maybe they're going to reveal who this is too, because we revealed, but then again, this other guy didn't talk at all. So maybe that's why they didn't reveal it. But it was cool though. It's cool to see him like, hey, but who is he? Who is this guy? I don't know. Because I'm thinking maybe he's some sort of reveal. Maybe he's a former villain we've seen before. I just don't remember. Like I think I would remember that armor-plated guy because of course Ben and them, they had no idea who that was. But I was thinking maybe it's going to be revealed like taking off the helmet, like, oh my god, it's that person, like, you know, thinking something like that. But no, guess it wasn't important. So anything else in between? I'm trying to miss. Upchuck. Upchuck was the one who swallowed the energy. I'm shocked that he was that. I was like, maybe Upchuck can actually handle it, and he could. Because I'm thinking when he went Upchuck, I'm like, he's gonna eat him, or he's gonna eat the energy. He ends up eating the energy. Because I'm like, what if he eats him? Like, what if? He would. I think he would die, but still. But then they're saying that he's not dead. He actually left his armor behind. So he's still out there. So I guess we'll maybe see him again. Well, so yeah, Upchuck. Interesting choice to go with the last hero. But yeah, he kicked ass and took names with Upchuck. He unfortunately destroyed the Mount Rushmore, but hey. What are you going to do? I won't spend too much more time like going on and on about the show right now because I feel like that's like a separate video entirely or for Sick of the Omnitrix. But I will say quickly, besides this two-parter and especially part two here which was really fun. If you're still watching the video, I appreciate you guys watching as long as you have. It's been an incredible journey. And it's kind of crazy now to think next week when I film, like the next time I film Ben 10 in terms of a reaction is going to be The Secret of the Omnitrix. I have been hearing about this since I think the first season, or maybe it was like first episode. People were like, "You're gonna get to see the Omnitrix." Like people were already asking about the sequel shows and shit when I started Ben 10, the first episode, you know, and it's crazy how far we've come in regards to, like I was saying in the intro, a wild card show that I didn't think was gonna win to now. I'm now done with the original series in terms of the airing, and now we get to the movie, the first one, right? It's kind of crazy, and also too, I think the reason why it's feeling kind of mixed in me personally is because I'm used to getting to the end of a show like this, and it feels more like finite. It feels like it's done, and it's kind of like, well, now it's over, but it doesn't feel over at all because we still have The Secret of the Omnitrix. We have that first live action film. I have the entirety of Alien Force, and then of course there's Ultimate Alien and Omniverse that are still waiting to see if I ever get to those as well, which I haven't confirmed that. But we have Secret of the Omnitrix, we have the first live action film that's tied into the continuity or some sort of continuity tie-in here, and then we have Alien Force. It's not over. It's still continuing. So I want to thank each and every one of you for supporting the videos. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching and sharing and just going on the playlist, commenting your thoughts on each video, and giving your thoughts and opinions on each reaction that you guys watch. I really do appreciate it. It really means a lot because, you know, I didn't know what was going to happen, and Ben 10 really has been amazing. It's been an incredible journey because I went from like hearing about the show to now fully loving the lore, fully loving the villains and the different heroes, and just seeing the dynamic of Gwen, Max, and Ben. It's been great. It really has been. And I remember making a video a little bit ago about cartoons are not just for kids. This show proves that by itself. This show, yes, is potentially made for kids because it was on Cartoon Network. It was, you know, made primarily for children. But you can literally enjoy it as an adult. I am 29 years old as I'm filming this video. And by the time this comes out, I'll actually be 30. The day after my birthday. But it's crazy that now I can watch this show into my very late 20s, right before I turn 30, which is in 2 days from recording this video. And I love the show as much as I probably would have if I was younger. I think I have more of an appreciation of it now because of the fact that I'm older. Because when I was younger, I really didn't appreciate most of the shows that I watched as I do now. You know, there's some I did, but not to this extent of what I'm doing now. So this has been an incredible journey. Thank you guys so much for supporting. We're going to core Secret of the Omnitrix is next. Live action film. And then boom, Alien Force. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. I hope you guys stick around for those. Obviously, I know you guys are waiting patiently for Secret of the Omnitrix. You're going to get it. You're going to get it. So overall, enjoyed the two-parter. Interesting way to end the second part for sure in terms of the -10. And yeah, now Secret of the Omnitrix. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm curious to know what you guys thought about this episode overall and the two-parter overall as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.